Welcome, welcome, all my HAPS friends around the world. Welcome to ChantalTV around the world. Well, we're not going so far around the world today. We actually are going to be staying in France for the next two guests, but they're both very exciting. And the first one you guys know from Periscope. I'm going to introduce her to you guys. So we're gonna travel down to the south of France, and to be precise, to Nice. She's a French coach, which suits her perfectly. She lives and she breathes the French literature and culture. Let me introduce to you Ida Young. Is it Bodhi? Yay! Ida, we're here. Can we hear you? Hi. We can't hear you with your headset. Maybe it's better to unplug it. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Ida. Or is it me who's doing it wrong? Wait.
No, I don't think so, Chantal. I think I have little gremlins here, tech gremlins tonight. It's been quite, ça a été sportif, as we would say in French, but thank you so much for your patience. And I'm thrilled to be joining you guys live and to meet new and old friends, and also to listen after to Jay Swanson. I hear he's a writer, and there's so much. You're inviting some great people, Chantal.
Yeah, but thank you. But thank you for being here, because you're here. So we can see you now and hear you now. I have no idea why I am on a skinny screen and why you are on a big screen. Let me see if I can change something about it.
Fit Wait, in something, or what is it? I was going through the incredible things
I stay I stay in a letterbox.
Chantal, what can
I'm
we
a
say?
letterbox. What exactly? What can we do? But you are here, so yeah. Let's introduce you, Ida. Who are you? Where are you from?
Oh my gosh, who are we really? I mean, it's funny because 2 months ago, I just launched a little tiny membership around learning French and reading French art authors and discovering French artists. And actually, the people that were inside had the same question, because I remember when I was doing the first Periscopes, it took me an eternity to show myself. You know, I was so comfortable showcasing the Côte d'Azur, being an ambassador, showing the beauty of the place. I mean, the weather is incredible here. We have tons of anecdotes about artists, and there's so much to showcase. But me, no, I absolutely didn't want to be in front of the camera. So what would you like to know, Chantal? Because I help people take their French to the next level, basically with a little cultural twist. And I've been living in Nice, and I'm married to a Niçois. Been down here for over 15 years, and I do have, you know, I've traveled a little bit before. I've enjoyed living in several countries. And I started off as a French and Italian pronunciation expert, but worked also as a translator, and ended up doing some interpreting in the meditation field and being very close to the Dalai Lama at several stages. I mean, there's so many, you know, how can one describe? I'm never totally comfortable describing myself. So ask me any question, I'm pretty sure I'll answer you.
I will. So I have to explain that I met you in the south of France. Did we meet twice or did we meet once? Twice.
I think we met with our lovely daughters. And
exactly.
so I heard your daughter is now in Montreal.
Yeah, exactly. She's in Montreal and she's coming home for Christmas. So I'm super excited. But my question is, because when I met you, you gave me a very nice present.
Oh.
A book.
Oh my gosh, yes, Françoise Gillot. Oh, yes. Yes.
Yes.
So François Gillot was one of the during World War II, Picasso had to come down to the southern part of France because of the occupation de Paris by the Germans then. And because he was a, I don't know if you would say that in English, but I'm coming from French, so degenerate art, his art was considered not, absolutely not correct and, not suitable, etc. So he came down here and the person he was living with at the time with this beautiful young woman, which was Françoise Gillot, and it's going to be the mom of Paloma and Claude, and blah, 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 blah. They were here in Antibes. He ended up, there's a museum where he used to have his studio in Antibes. And
Was that actually his studio, that museum that is along the water there?
yeah, I don't know exactly the details. It was apparently in the last floor. I think it wasn't the whole place. But
Yeah.
on the Côte d'Azur, Picasso had several ateliers. He moved around, and his daughter Paloma inherited. No, uh, the daughter that he had from his first wife. You know that French law actually changed because of Picasso.
Because of
An
Picasso,
artist,
yes.
an artist made uh, the law, French law, change on inheritance because there were so many millions, so much money that actually the children born outside of an official marriage were recognized, all of them, and they all inherited. I mean, isn't that great? An artist changes the law, the French law. That's amazing for me.
That is
I find
amazing.
that a great story.
Yeah, no, that is a great story. But was he also the one that made actually like the Picasso that divorce was actually legal because before you couldn't be divorced
Ah,
or
it's possible. Tu m'apprends quelque chose là, Chantal.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
I
that
wasn't aware of that.
I thought it was something like that. But that inheritance for the children is very clear. I think there was like just with Johnny Holiday a big story, with his children and inheritance when he passed away. I think that had to do with that law as well. But anyway, this is of originally it's an English book, yeah. So living with Picasso.
Yeah, Françoise Gillot met him I think it was in the 6e arrondissement in Paris in a restaurant. And
He's
I,
French, and I'm like, is it originally in English? No, it is in French. It
well,
it, it was
I
written in
prefer
French.
to read it in French. I didn't, it's she spoke fairly well English, and she ended up being a successful artist on her own, and not many female females sort of survived their relationship with Picasso, if I may say it that way. I mean, there's a lot of suicides around Picasso, so I find it interesting that yeah, strength she had, and the confidence in herself. I mean, after fréquenting Picasso, you go on to be an artist yourself, a painter. I mean, it
Yeah,
takes a little guts. She
yeah, yeah.
obviously was very courageous,
Very
kind of.
brave, very brave. Um, so how did the pandemic affect you this year? Did it make you, are you the one that's gonna sit still and wait till it happens
Yes.
or it's finished,
Yeah.
or are you the one who's taking control of the situation and just go out and do it?
I honestly think I'm an introvert. I mean, I'm a teacher, so when you say coach, it's basically transmitting something. I consider that. Yeah, the first confinement lockdown went very well because I'm an introvert, and actually, I don't think this is maybe something to be said, but I enjoyed it.
I
Suddenly,
I I, I enjoyed it as well.
I had time to do everything, or not everything, but to get things done. To go back to watercoloring and finishing all the books I hadn't, and just connecting with people. I really enjoyed that, and The second was a little more tough, but it's because my husband retired. Don't tell anybody. And so
Okay.
we ended up in a, you know, in a, I mean, I have a great apartment, but still it's suddenly because my daughter was already homeschooling. I mean, she skipped a class. So it's just too many people in a place, in a city. Nice is the fifth city of France. Between Cannes and Monaco, the Italian border is 45 minutes away from here. It's the second airport of France because, we have the Formule 1, the cars, the race
Yeah.
in Monaco. We have the film festival. So a lot of people come through this place and, it's still for France, it's one of the major cities. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But are you missing all those people coming through?
I I adapt. I was brought up in different countries. I speak different languages. I think part of a part of being human is just go with the flow, kind of go.
Yeah.
I'm trained that way. I'm brought up that way. So
You know how to move and adapt. Be like water, as Jackie Chan would say.
yeah,
Adapt.
absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely, and I'm actually an Aquarius, so kinda there's something in that. I mean, I like to be a little woo-woo, Chantal. Let's be.
I
Let's
think
indulge,
we'll
yeah,
a
shall we?
little woo woo.
I I was so jealous of Louise and, with all her little sweet Kioras, her bright red lipstick, and her beautiful tree behind her. So I decided to bring out my most red mug for Christmas to
Oh,
join you, Chantal. My business is French Cafe, by the way. So I always enjoy having a drink, a cup of something or a glass of wine while I'm chit-chatting. Ah, super.
yeah. I have a little coffee with this. Look. I don't have the lips, but I do have the nails. Especially for you, Ida. No, but it's yeah. So you are French Cafe. I've always been fascinated by your streams that you were doing on Periscope in the morning, where you were going to the most beautiful lookouts around Nice, and yeah, they are absolutely stunning. And then I was a little jealous. You got a few dogs. How are the
Yes,
dogs?
the dogs, I don't know if I have one. Let me try to show you. Do you see one there in the back there?
Yeah,
They are sofa queens. The dogs have no problem, but they kind of stopped my live streaming a little bit. But
yeah.
I
But do you think, like, for your business, that the live streaming is important?
I would love to come back to live streaming. I think it's a uh, wonderful. I feel like being in a relationship, becoming a mom, working for yourself, and live streaming are incredible schools of life. You learn so much by live streaming. It was incredible for me. I am very thankful for Periscope, and I'm discovering, thanks to you today, thanks for the lead and always showing and bridging people and ideas and apps, the latest things out. I enjoy live streaming. It is uh, definitely not for everybody, I think, because you have to be willing to share something. And I didn't even know what I actually wanted to share. I wanted to connect. And I really enjoyed, uh, yeah, probably because I'm the daughter of a painter, a lot of things go through the eyes. And so suddenly, when these live stream apps came out with being able to, connect instantly with people from all over the world, isn't that amazing? Don't we? We're living in an incredible time. And I felt like in Le Petit Prince, where the Petit Prince says he arrives on a planet where you can see, I think it's 44 sunrises per day or something like that. And Periscope was that planet for me, because when you had finished one sunrise, you could go in another spot of the planet and watch it from Hawaii, from Japan, from New Zealand, from Italy, from whatever place.
Yeah,
This
we
was,
could just go around and around. It was really magic. It was, I mean, especially in the beginning when we were just all sharing sunrises and sunsets and sunrises and sunsets, and they would come up and they would go down and they come up and it was magical. It's you know, like I would start with Kaizo in the morning, I think. I mean, I see lots of comments, by the way. Do you see the comments on the left?
yes, I did.
Yeah,
One lady was speaking about the office where, the bather statue. I think it's Peggy that was joining a few minutes ago. Thank you.
exactly.
Louise is encouraging us. She's saying Kia ora, Louise. Hello from France. I like Nice. I see Andy. Andy, we're waiting for you to come back as soon as we can travel a little bit. Reviens, Andy. Je t'aime. Nous t'aimons. I can't say better than that. And best lookout in Nice is Castle Hill. Oui, ok, c'est le château en fait. On monte au château et on a une vue. You have a panoramic view. And when the sun hits the Mediterranean Sea, I mean, this is a place where, Renoir lived. Monet, Matisse. Yes, I mean, Renoir, 12 last years of his life are spent down here. Matisse has a museum, but he painted here for many winters, because before, the high season for tourism was during the winter. Aristocracy came from all over the Europe, from the colder countries, to enjoy a gentler winter. So
Yeah, no, it's truly amazing there. I mean, I go normally every summer, just not this summer. I was planning to come in September actually, and then things were well. We started to wear masks again, and then things started to slow down, and I was like, okay, no trips to the south for me. What will be for you? One more question. What will be the first place you travel to when flying around the world is allowed again?
Oh, Chantal, come on. Where wouldn't you go, right? I mean, isn't the planet a beautiful place? And we're certainly, I think this pandemic has had I don't know, répercussion, on us. I would probably I would love to go back to Ireland. Don't ask me why. Just something in the people, the energy there. But of course, any place is amazing.
Louise
Really.
is saying New Zealand.
Oh, Louise. Oh, gosh.
She
New
keeps
Zealand.
teasing me with New Zealand. It's like New Zealand. I'm like, Louise, we would love to go, but now we have to go 2 weeks in quarantine before we can go back. But Ida, we should do soon again, and also with Louise and stuff, a little catch up. Maybe we can be somewhere in the street. Tomorrow I'm going to do the first broadcast where I'm going to be in the street, and I have Rome coming in. So maybe we can do something like that where we can quickly do a little peek in. But I just want to, you see on the screen, I've advertised your page. So
That's
it's efrenchcafe.com. Yes. Mm-hmm. And here on Habs, Ida, you can find under eFrench Cafe. But on eFrench Cafe, you can get memberships, all sorts of different memberships, to have a little bit of France in your letterbox every day. Or
guys, please connect with me, chatting underneath my profile here if you're really interested. I really wanted to catch up just with you, Chantal, and it was wonderful, to I just like the spirit that you're doing, this openness of, and my business is called eFrench Cafe, but I was just warned that efrenchcafe.com went down today. So I think it's only eFrench Cafe My Kajabi that's up. Send me a text if you really want to connect, if you're interested in French art and taking your French to the next level. Contact me on Instagram or something like that. eFrench Cafe.
Yeah.
Everything mostly you can find me very easily. Oh, through Chantal.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Oh, hello, Jay.
Oh, could you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was like just making sure that I didn't have a frog in my throat there. Sorry.
A frog. Okay.
Wait, hold on. Can you hear me?
We're talking about Frenchies.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that means it's not going through the microphone that I thought it was going through. So that's why I had myself muted.
Oh, okay. No, guys, I don't know if you can hear that, but we have Jay already in our green room. He was silently sitting there waiting to be the next guest. And so I don't know if you guys can hear him, but we can hear him, which is great. No, but yeah, so Ida, like, yeah, we should connect more often. I can also come and say hello and cuckoo in your next to the Eiffel Tower, or we can do fun stuff because now we are also virtual connected. I see people commenting, Jay, you gotta wait your turn. We're so virtual connected and nobody's really scared anymore. I'm broadcasting from my home. We are invited in your house like this, which is great as well, Ida. Like, it's nice. It's very nice. I love it.
I'm surprised that 2 dogs behaved so far and didn't embarrass me. But I had the tech gremlins before. So yes, hopefully I would love to do a live with you ladies, or any gents that would like to join. I need to get back in live broadcasting.
You
It's a
need
wonderful part. Yeah, 4 years ago, I really enjoyed doing it for 1 year or 2. I don't even remember. Do you know the number of lives you've done so far, Chantal?
Thousands.
I know. I think I did about 1,500 or something like that. I don't remember, which is not a ton because I stopped, but I need to get back to this. This is great. Just connecting with people.
Yeah, and now you can, so basically what we're doing now on the computer. You can do it on mobile phone. So like it's all going very, it becomes very sophisticated, which I think is really great. I always dreamt about standing under the Eiffel Tower and showing New Zealand or showing, at the same time. And that is all possible now, which I think is fantastic.
Avec grand plaisir,
Yeah.
Chantal, and merci beaucoup de m'avoir invité. Thank you so much for having me, and I can't wait to hear more about. I was brought up in Paris, and my lycée, my collège lycée. I went to the Italian school there in the 7e. So I can't wait to see what Jay is going to share about his life in Paris, in Île-de-France.
Oh, you have to see, because you should follow his vlogs. He writes, but he also vlogs on YouTube. You will find that very interesting. Yeah. So thank you so much, Ida. I'm gonna let you go. I hope I do this right. Bisous. Bye.
Bisous à tous. Bye bye.
Let me see if this all works, if I'm doing this right, because I'm also still like learning and wait, let me just take the little image away, and then I put another image here. Ooh, yeah.
I've unmuted myself again.
Okay.
It's strange not to be able to hear myself because I was talking through my soundboard, but this website doesn't like any of my fancy stuff. It's reduced me to my bad webcam and my hopefully not terrible microphone.
Hi, Jay. You're in the show. I didn't even introduce you yet. And thank you, Ida. Thank you so much. Okay, I have a paper with notes.
Actually, Ida, before, I don't know if she still can hear us, but the first time I lived in France was in Nice. So my introduction to France was Nice. So that's where I lived when I first moved here, taught English, and yeah, I have a connection down there too.
Very good. We all gonna meet again somewhere.
All roads lead through Nice, exactly.
Yeah, so guys, so this year, like, let me do my introduction because now you're already on the screen. Let me see what I wrote down for you.
Okay.
This year, 2020, we met several times in Paris, and the next guest has even met my family.
It's true.
It's true. It's true. He's a storyteller, a writer, and vlogs on YouTube. He has
I
an
do all those things.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I'll stop interrupting.
He has an amazing community. Let me introduce you, the wonderful Jay Swanson. Applause.
Thanks, that was a great introduction.
Welcome, Jay.
Thanks. It's good to be here. It's good to be on the show in your fancy studio and green room. The green room is great. You had a fantastic selection of snacks.
Exactly.
I was a big fan of the seltzer water in particular. It was delightful. So thank you for providing that.
No, you're welcome. And by the way, you're saying that all this fancy software actually will take your mic and your camera, but you didn't look at the video I sent you where all the instructions were.
There you go. That's true. I did not look at that video,
No,
so
you were
it's
just
all
like
my fault.
that just goes live without reading instructions.
Yeah, I'm guilty as charged.
Okay, so let me see. Like, hello, Los Angeles. I see many people. I can even look. Yes, here somebody says present live. Look at the top. What's happening? Let's see if this happens. In the top of our screen. And
hey, there you go.
Yes, follow Jay. He's great.
Thanks, Andy. Appreciate that.
How
I saw
cool is
that comment come in down in the corner. That is really cool that you can put that in there. That's fancy.
Here we have Peggy, who also has a little message. Cheers, Jay.
Cheers, Peggy.
You see, so it's wonderful. It's wonderful software. Like even like for me, I have sometimes I don't know yet how it works because this is my third. Is it my third? Yeah, it's my third broadcast with this, and it keeps changing because it's beta, but it's really fantastic. And when I use it during the day, it's all Reddit people. I love Reddit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Live on Reddit.
Watching you over on Reddit, yeah. So then you've got people all over the internet watching you every time.
Yeah, exactly. So now at the moment we are on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're not on Instagram yet. Soon we will be able to go on Instagram.
That's cool.
YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, on Habs, on Reddit. We're like a disease now online.
Chantal's taking over the internet. Yeah, every video service.
Exactly. ChantalTV, who's that? Well, just Google it. Jay. So, how are you? Can you tell us what you create and what a day in your life looks like?
I'm great. I'm a little bit sore. I ran a half marathon a few days ago, and I'm not sore from the run as much as I am from the massage that I got the day after. The guy really worked me, and I feel like he bruised my back a little bit. But aside from that, I'm feeling good. It's 2020, so COVID and lockdown and all of that sucks. But trying to make the most of it and do the best that I can. I do make, so as your introduction said, I think I'm missing something in what you just asked for me, but you can tell me after. I do make YouTube videos. I'm making a few fewer now than usual. Usually at this point, I was making about 5 a week was what I was doing. And before that, I was vlogging daily. So I would make a video every day. And I did that for years. And it was a lot of videos, and it was a lot of work, a lot too much. I write books as well, and I actually just got. I haven't even talked about this. I didn't even talk about it in my channel. One of my. I need to find out who it was. One of my subscribers sent me a link to an artist residency in a chateau out in the east of France, not far from Nancy, and because they saw that I was like talking about like someday having a chateau of my own, and they said, well, you should do this artist residency. It'd be perfect for you. It's that they do writers and painters. And it was like a really late night, and I was kind of COVID funk, and I was like, I'm going to do this because I could use some time spent out in a chateau writing. That sounds great. And then totally forgot that I did it, really. And then just got my acceptance letter yesterday, which is really exciting. So theoretically,
Congratulations.
yeah, theoretically, assuming, COVID willing, I'll be headed towards a chateau out in a forest in the distant far east of France for a month.
Wow. Oh, so it's a month. That's cool. So it's not too long. It's actually quite.
No,
It's not like a 6 months or like a
no,
month
it
is.
was either 2 weeks or a month. Yeah, or yeah, 2 weeks or 4 weeks. Yeah,
Oh, that's great!
yeah.
Congratulations. And like, how many artists will be in that residency?
I don't know. I think that's the thing. Well, because there are no dates for it yet either. I have to pay. There's a grant that they offered, which was very nice, and then I still have to pay a chunk. I have to put a deposit down here soon. So there are no dates set because we're not allowed to travel, obviously.
Yeah, but from the
But
15th, we are.
yeah, hopefully, yeah. They haven't made any. At least these guys have not made any commitments to any time, so I don't even know what window they were thinking of having me there for. So all that to say that I think normally there would be a dozen or so artists at any given point, but I think a lot of them are from overseas and aren't able to travel either. So I have no idea how many people. Maybe I'll have the whole place to myself. Maybe I'll just be wandering around,
And you just
rolling through the
find your
forest.
princess there. That is
Yeah,
pretty.
there you go. Perfect.
It's-
I just got to start
eh,
kissing toads. One of them's going to turn into a princess.
exactly. But wow, what a great news. That is like really fantastic. That's like so inspiring. But then you have to write another
I
book.
have to write. That's the thing.
You have to
It'd be
write.
really good because I don't write anymore really, and so it's at least I don't put a lot of time into it. And I've talked about this a lot, but a lot of that's because the vlogging side of things, it takes up the same space in my brain, like editing video and so forth. So either I can write well, I feel like, in a day, or I can edit. Um, it's really hard to do both, and so I think it'd be really good to go spend a month where I'll probably make a video about the experience, but the vast majority of the time would be dedicated to writing, and I think that would be really refreshing and rejuvenating. So that's really exciting. So you got the scoop. That's the exclusive, the Chantal exclusive there, because I haven't even talked about it.
I feel so honored.
Yeah, I haven't talked about it anywhere. So there you go.
That
Now
is
it's
really.
out there.
It's out and about. Like a lot of people are hearing this now, so that's great. This is like yeah. So you're gonna be traveling when you're allowed to.
Yeah.
What type of books do you write? Somebody asked.
Yeah, that looks like Todd Nance asked that. I write traditionally. I have a stack of like 8 or 9 sci-fi fantasy books that I've written that I could always pick up as a visual, but that would require too complicated. And then the one I can reach this one. I wrote my very first nonfiction. I think it just broke something. It's a little dusty, sitting in a box. But a book about how I got to Paris, which is it's just a little bit autobiographical. And it's called The Sea of the Unknown, and it uses the analogy or the metaphor of casting out into uncharted waters in pursuit of our hopes and dreams, which I think is something that many people, Chantal included, have done at some point in their lives. To say that I'm going to leave the shores of the known, this continent that is well mapped out behind me, that there are a lot of paths that I could follow that would be easier probably, but aren't what my heart is calling me to. And what that is, I don't know how to get to, but I'm going to try. And so that's the metaphor that kind of runs through the book. But then it follows from me leaving the States, basically for the first time, coming to France, wanting to come back and trying to figure out multiple times and failing how to get back here. And that's one of the themes throughout the whole book, is trying and failing a lot, but getting back up and trying again in the pursuit of building a dream for yourself. And it even has a bunch of little drawings in it as well, some cartoons and stuff that I drew to illustrate points. And
Yeah, and I have here on the side, I have, or like below me, like I've put your handle, Jay Swanson, but also jswanson.me, and there they can find the book. Yeah,
they can find it there. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Yeah. But I'm going to continue now with my questions. I have a whole
Please
list.
do.
I have a whole list. So what would be the first place you will be, I kind of know, but what would be the first place you will be traveling to when you can fly safely around again?
Amsterdam. You
Seriously?
didn't know I was going to say that. Yeah, of course. I love the Dutch. You know that. No,
Yeah.
I mean, safely, if it was like 100% safe across the board, I would, of course, go see my family in the States. But
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
that's going to be a long ways off. We'll be able to travel in Europe long before that's really possible. So yeah, I think as soon, honestly, I do need to get. I was talking with a friend about this today, and I've got Paris blindness. I don't know if you know what I mean when I say that, but I've been here for so long that I've stopped seeing the city, and that's a travesty. And so I need to get out. One of the things I love about leaving Paris is coming back. Every time you come back, it's so exciting and so fresh, and I haven't had that experience in a long time. And I was taking some photos with a friend today, and the sun was setting, and I was like, man, this is such a beautiful place. And I had a nice little taste of that, but I was like, okay, I got to get out of here for a little bit so I can really appreciate this. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I haven't been to the Netherlands for a while. I have a bunch of friends up there that would be fun to see. And that's just kind of like my standard go-to answer right now, because it's just like, yeah, it's been too long in my life without mayonnaise and stroopwafel, not together, but like
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, but the good thing is, because I said I didn't want to go to the Netherlands till they were making a mask mandatory, and they are now. So they
good.
are. So there's no more discussion, because I don't want to explain them why wear a mask or feel guilty or anything
Yep.
of that, because I know my Dutch people. They are always they always like have some I mean, it's worse than in the States. It's some political, like, view
Yeah.
behind it, why you should not. And I'm just like, put that damn thing on, who cares, just put
Yeah.
it on.
Just wear it.
Just wear it, because this is like what we both have. Like, I see you also wearing it always in your videos. I do the same.
Yep.
Because we are an example, so I wear it, I have no question about it, and that's it. Put it on. And
when you've got good masks, that's the thing. You just got to get masks that express your personality a little bit, and then you won't have any worries in wearing them.
I know, because in the beginning you had a little bit of an issue, no, with the masks. When
they're terrible. I have a huge head, and none of the French masks don't fit me, just like French hats and French shoes, yeah. That's another reason I have to go to the Netherlands, just so I can buy shoes. And I'm not even kidding. Like, there are no hat shops in France that can sell me a hat that'll fit my head, and there are no shoe shops. I have to buy like sports shoes, and that's like, or Vans.
I have that with Sweden.
Yeah?
When I went to Sweden, I was like, when I went for the first time to Sweden, I was like, my God, I can actually fit all the clothes. Everything is long enough.
Yeah.
You can just like, thank you, Ida. You can just put on an something, and my arms are not sticking out. And my legs are not sticking. I can fit it all. And
Perfect.
because here in France, also for me,
Yeah.
it's, like you have to ask for, I have to ask you guys, I don't have a model size anymore, for a 42. And the salespeople are looking at me, 42? We have to go to the back, because they will not even put the pants in that size in the store.
Yeah.
Like, because you have to be this little.
Yep.
Which is quite funny. But
I understand.
We have taught asking another question. What is your size shoes? Well,
in American 13, or 12 or 13, depending on the brand, and in European that's like 46.
Yeah. Tim has the same. But I found some cool stores where you can buy bigger.
Okay, you're gonna have to give me those, because
because
it's hard. It's also the same thing. I had the same thing with the pants, because before I lost weight, when I lived here last time, I was a lot heavier, and it was embarrassing. You go to H&M, or you go to like any of these stores that you're like, I'm just gonna buy a regular pair of jeans, and they'd be like, we don't have pants for fat Americans. Get out of here. And it's like, I literally could never buy them. So I had to buy stuff at the Netherlands. It's better now, and we have the internet, which helps. But like, yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. I see just a message from this lady. She says, "Hello, Chantal. You have a very special guest there, Jay Swanson. Just seeing this."
Thank you. Nah, it's very nice of you.
Yeah. We have Peggy coming with, because this is what I wanted to ask you as well. Like it's of course it's about the Dutch bike.
Yeah. You got
Jay,
you.
when do you get your replacement bike?
That's a great question. I wish that I knew the answer to that. They just sent it back to the Netherlands without even asking me. I guess it must have been significantly. I think the electronic system inside of it was busted, and so yeah, I just got a call one day. There was a voicemail saying, "Yeah, it's going to take too long to have it repaired, so we're literally just going to send you a new one." Theoretically, it should have arrived, I think, last Friday. I haven't heard from them, and I called them last week as well. Finally got in touch with them. So we'll see. And then I got an email today saying your return has been accepted back in the Netherlands. I was like, great. Like I didn't.
Okay. Let me get this straight. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you are Jay Swanson with 50,000 followers on YouTube, which is not. Well, yeah, no, but that is not a bad thing. And this company, who gives things
Yeah.
away also to certain people, is selling
Yeah. Not
you a
me.
bike that you pay
Yeah.
full price. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're giving you this treatment. I think it's scandalous. Seriously,
Yeah.
I would have been tweeting the boss of the bloody company.
Oh, they don't care. I mean, I've tweeted. That's the thing. I don't feel like they. I feel like so. I don't want to poo-poo them too heavily because I feel like just on an average thing, like they're suffering from a bike shortage, like a global. They're way behind, and I knew that when I bought it. And mistakes happen, things break, and ultimately, it's the right thing to do that they're giving me a new one. So that's fine. But yeah, it is definitely a little bit frustrating. I did expect a higher level of like hands-on service from this, and I have tweeted at them a couple of times just to be like, so, and like they do not care. Like they don't respond to anything. So it's like, all right, I feel like if I get the bike and it works and everything's fine, they're gonna put it together for me this time.
Okay,
And
good.
if
So at least they give you that service.
yeah,
By
so
the
they're gonna
way,
assemble it.
yeah, it's the Van Move. Because people are wondering what kind of bike it is. It
It's
is
a
a
Van
Van Move.
move, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it is definitely it was funny because when I made the video, when I finally got it, I was already kind of frustrated with them because I knew that when I signed up for it, there was a 2-month delay. And then as soon as it got into the delivery window, they said, it's delayed again, and didn't tell me anything else. And then we're like, oh, it'll be 3 more weeks. And then it was more than 3 more weeks. It's like 3.5 or 4 weeks. So I was already like a little bit annoyed with that, and then it arrives and we can't assemble it because they put it together improperly. So like we literally have to like use special tools. Thankfully, I had a friend with them to get it together. So after all that, I was like, okay, I'm not happy with them as a company right now, but the bike itself is awesome. And then when I
it is an awesome bike. It is an awesome bike. It is like, guys, it's like being described on the internet as the Tesla under the electric bike. So it is really.
I'm so lucky to have one. So on that side of things, like when I was riding it, I had a fat grin on my face the whole time, right? So in my mind, I was like, okay, like, you know what? It was annoying to get it, but I know they're going through a lot. Whatever. Like, I'm happy to have it. So the only other frustration I feel like is that like just the lack of communication. Like they did tell me, oh, we're sending it, but the lack of like just at least telling me steps along the way, like here's where it is, give me a progress bar, and then hold to the dates you say, I guess. But as long what I told Christian this today, that I was at the Peloton, and they ask me about it every time I go in as well. And I was like, look, as long as they assemble it and it works, it's like it's in tip top shape after all this, like I'll consider us even, because I know that there's like extenuating circumstances and things go wrong. That's no problem. If from here I have more problems, then maybe I'll start complaining. But
exactly.
I'm not French yet, so like I haven't got my citizenship yet, so I'm not complaining as much as I otherwise would.
Oh, because like I complain about everything, and I will go on Twitter and just, if I don't have a reply in less than 5 minutes, I get really annoyed. But that's the bank, La Poste, anything, and they reply in less than 5 minutes, which I think is great.
Yeah, a lot of them do, and I think that is good. I think ironically, even though I'm not complaining a lot, I've also come to accept like a French level of customer service, so I don't expect to be listened to. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to stand up for myself more. Maybe I need to start squeaking, and then I'll get some grease.
I think we have to put some Dutch words in there.
Put those Dutch words in there, yeah.
Yeah, put some Dutch, like, hey, I don't want to swear because the other day I was swearing a lot and I took it offline.
Ah,
You know that
I'll let you make a video in Dutch swearing them out for me, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Yeah.
yeah, you know that I did that with oh my God, a friend in Amsterdam who is Irish. He asked me, oh, like I got this mail from like this eBay person, Dutch, that wanted to buy the table.
Yeah.
Can you reply in Dutch? But I thought he made a joke, so I kind of like made this really like rude mail back. Instead of putting it through the Google Translate, he sent it straight away, and
Oh no.
it was so embarrassing. It was really
That's
embarrassing.
amazing.
So never let me write anything in Dutch. Don't trust me because
Okay.
I don't trust myself.
I'll translate it before I send it. Don't
Yeah,
worry. I'll
exactly.
definitely run it
Always,
through the translation.
if you get something in Dutch, make sure you put it through Google Translate because it's really, really, it's really terrible. Anyway, what are you thankful for, particular in 2020? We do a little bit of Thanksgiving
so many
spirit
things.
still there.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I happen to come from a culture that's well prepared for this at this time of year. Lots
Exactly.
of
That's
things.
why I'm asking it.
I think I'm really well. I mean, there's a lot of things. I think I'm really thankful that I mean, selfishly, but that my family is healthy. That I'm healthy. I'm really aware of my health too, just because I have a lot of friends that have struggled with theirs this year, especially. Not even necessarily COVID. I mean, other stuff that has been exacerbated by lockdown and so forth. And so that also makes me thankful for their recoveries, those that have recovered, and for the fact that I have such good friends. And I think that relationships, that for me, 2020 was supposed to be a year of investing more deeply in community and relationships, and I'm really thankful that I've been able to still manage some of that, even though we've been isolated for a lot of it. And in that, my extended community, people that I don't even know personally, but that I've got this amazing support network that would pitch in to get me a van moved for my birthday, or did pitch in to help cover the cost of a new computer when my stuff got stolen a few months ago. So there are just so many amazing people in the world that either are family or friends or complete strangers that I've never met before. But I'm thankful this year for them as much as anything, because oddly enough, and I realize how privileged I am to say this, that those displays of support and and love have made me feel more secure in 2020 than I feel like I may have ever felt before. And that is such a counterintuitive thing to get out of this year. But I'm learning to trust in the people around me and in my community and in my relationships in ways that I never have before. So I'm very, very, very lucky here in 2020, which is also a phrase that I should not probably be allowed to say.
No, but I think like 2020, as disastrous it was really the
Yeah.
year of building community. It's like I for me the same, like community has been so important here online, and to share experiences and to share beautiful places and feelings, and which is
Yeah.
the future. Well, it is now. It is not only the future, it's
Yeah.
now. We're all hanging onto each other, and and that's why I think also, like, with broadcasting, this is why it's nice to have, to broadcast together, like once in a while, because you cross over the you're smiling, it's so funny.
Cross the screens. Well, it's great. It's good to hear.
Yeah, no, that it's like cross-platforming and going over and crossing the communities, which is nice. People get excited when they see you. Hopefully, some get excited when they see me. Maybe not, but
oh, sure they do. Look at you, you're gorgeous.
Anyway, but this is like really great, and that is also like what for me, what I'm grateful about 2020, like
Yeah.
that's this whole community feeling of online. We all need each other, and even if we can't meet, we can still do this, like this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah. So, but what can we? Well, you kind of already said what we can expect from you in 2021
Spoilers.
because you gave already the big news.
Yeah, that's pretty big news. There's more big news.
Oh.
But I can't share it yet. So you got the good. I mean, assuming that that's the thing. Oh man. Okay. What else can we expect from me in 2021? Well, hopefully, given everything, the light at the end of the tunnel with the vaccines and everything else works out. Let's say best case, and we're out in the sun, then you can expect me to get absolutely trashed drinking wine with Chantal on the river. I'm sure at least once, if not repeatedly over the summer. So that's some more big news for you right there for 2021.
Exactly. Fantastic. Let me see, like Peggy's giving a comment. Streamers like you both and some others have helped those of us who cannot travel get through 2020.
Oh, thanks, Peggy.
Yeah, a huge word of thanks. Yeah, Peggy, thank you so much. You were here to support this whole year. Thank you.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to do it without you. I mean, like that's the thing. We're really lucky that we get. I mean, I think I can speak for both of us when I say that, but we're really lucky we get to share our lives in our city. And so, thank you for watching and thanks for participating because wouldn't happen without you.
And supporting, of course.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so I think, like, look at all the letters that go through. Chantal and Jay, like Donna is sending messages as well. Like,
yeah,
live. It's still a little slow. I think my computer is not so fancy as yours, but there you go.
Oh, that's fine. I think I'm a little bit delayed too, but that's great. I see the claps and the wine glasses.
Yeah, exactly. And we can read all the comments. And I don't do anything fancy because I don't want to, because we can do very fancy stuff in the software, but I just don't dare to touch it now.
You'll get there. I know you will because you're the most advanced streamer I know.
Oh, but one more thing. How are you doing any Christmas vlogs, videos?
I need to do what? Well, so the thing is, I've been super unmotivated to be totally honest, and I'm getting my motivation back. I feel like, and I want to make one because I'm actually coming up on 10 years of posting a photo every day. And so I think I'm going to change the rules of how I do it. And I need to make a video kind of chronicling the whole experience and then talking about where I'm going to go from there. So that's not a Christmas video necessarily, but that's a video that's coming up that is very important to me. As far as Christmas videos, I don't know. I was thinking about going out and doing some Christmas lights, but I feel like everybody should just watch you because you go out and experience the Christmas lights all the time.
I am Mrs. Christmas.
Mrs. Christmas. Go watch Mrs. Christmas. She'll stream you all over Paris.
Yeah, but it makes me happy. It's like I look at those Christmas trees, I look at the little lights and the shopping of the people in the streets, and it makes me so happy.
That's perfect. If it's warming your soul, then you're warming the souls of others, and you know it.
Exactly. And now nobody can go outside, and then you have this crazy Dutch lady that just stands in front of like the windows and films the windows. Why not? It's fun.
Perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah. So anyway, it's maybe a girl's thing, So that I'm more excited.
Well, my family, when I was growing up, I really liked it because one of our traditions, we would put up Christmas lights. So in the States, I don't know if this is true across the United States. I think it's changed because Christmas starts in July now. But like we would put Christmas lights up immediately after Thanksgiving, and if we didn't do it that night on Thanksgiving Day, we would do it the next day, and that next day. And definitely on Christmas Eve, we would actually all pile into the car and then go driving around town just looking at Christmas lights. And that's something I definitely miss. And I think Paris doesn't have a lot of Christmas lights really. So knowing where to go is key. And then it's great.
I have a husband with a car and he drives me around checking all the Christmas lights, and I feel like a little child in the car.
Yeah, I was going to say, not all of us have handsome husbands with cars, so,
And it's like it's like seriously, it is the best feeling. But Hotel de
Oh,
Ville, I'm gonna see. I want to see from you Hotel de Ville because Hotel de Ville is opening in a few days. All the Christmas trees, and I
oh
know
yeah,
a couple
I
of
saw
friends
that. Yep,
around there,
yep.
and it's really pretty because it's like Santil or some, the sparkles.
Yeah.
That is the
Uh,
theme. Yeah, so that's gonna
okay.
be nice with the blue lights because I filmed it
Yeah,
with Place de la Concorde and it's like amazing. It's
yeah.
like
It's really nice over there.
yeah, I'm really, it's like yeah, enchanted forest. How do you say that?
Yeah,
Enchanted.
that's perfect.
Yeah,
Yep, Enchanted Forest. Yep.
yeah. It's and then Bobby's coming back on Monday.
Oh, she is.
Yep.
Oh, good.
So
Well,
I'm gonna
I
take
sadly
her.
I probably won't get to see her this time because of strict COVID rules and all that. But you can tell her hi for me.
Well, if she if she is COVID negative, she's fine. She can
All
do
right,
what she
let's
wants.
get some mulled wine. It'll be great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but thank you so much
Oh, of
for
course. Thanks for having me.
joining. I mean, I always, like to have a little chat with you. And last time
Always
was
a pleasure.
at the French Bastards. I'm still going.
All right, let's go back.
Yeah, we should go. Well, it's what I think is so frustrating. At least the people from the peloton, so you can go like in the back and hang out a little bit if you need
Uh-huh.
to pick something up.
I,
But we're
I could, but I'm sure that I wouldn't.
Yeah, no, but for me, it's like I'm always standing in the street with whatever I want to eat or drink,
Yeah. Yeah.
and this is what I miss. I really miss sitting down and having a drink or having a
Yeah.
chat, and
Me too.
this is like the only
I
yeah.
got I got super spoiled actually because I introduced some new friends to Bon Mi place that I just discovered recently that I really like. And while we were waiting, she was just really nice and she put out like a table. And I thought she's like, yeah, just stand around the table. That'll be fine. You can put your stuff on it because we were waiting for them to finish baking some cookies. And so we were eating and as we're kind of getting ready, she just brought stools out and we just found ourselves sitting around a table eating, and everybody else has to stand and leave. Like they couldn't stay. It was just for us. I have no idea why she did it. It was very nice of her. And, of course we overstayed our welcome. At some point she's like, hey guys, like, this is great, but you do need to leave it. So, you
Yeah.
can't just sit here. And I was like, oh my gosh, I miss this so much. Like, I totally feel you. I miss it so
Yeah.
much.
I was at Kitsuni, at the Jardin de Tuileries, and it was
Yep.
totally empty in there. And I order a coffee. I know the guy, the barista. So he
Yeah.
gives me my coffee. I have like my live streaming gear, I put it down. I sit down, and I'm like talking, and suddenly I'm like, what am I doing? I'm not
Oh
allowed
yeah.
to do this. And
Yep.
it feels so normal. And the guy was too polite to tell me to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I miss this. I miss to
Yeah.
sit and have a coffee or sit and talk. And it's, yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. I think when this is all over, obviously we don't know what's going to come next, and I think we've all been kind of traumatized by it. So I think that'll be it'll be weird in its own ways, but I also really do think that it's kind of like when we got out of our first lockdown here. I think it will build at least a temporary sense of real appreciation because of course we're humans and we'll just go back to forgetting how good we have it. But for a while at least, I think it's going to be really, really fun. And I'm looking forward to that because for those of you that aren't in Paris, after the last lockdown, Parisians were friendly and smiled and said hello to each other on the street. That hasn't happened. So like for a while, it was great. Like right after the first one, and so like I think that there's a sense, at least temporarily, there will be a sense of like real kind of like solidarity and community around town, and I look forward to that being the case again as well. But maybe I don't know. We'll see.
We just have to get through to the 20th of January and we will see what happens. And, but anyway, Christmas is coming. Thank you, Jay.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And I hope to see you soon again. Maybe next
Me too.
week, who knows? Bye.
Hey, if I'm lucky.
Bye.
See you later.
See you. Oh, guys, that was so nice to see Jay, to see Ida. I always talk too much, I think. But anyway, wait, let me just take the little image of Jay away. So here we are. I think my camera went a little bit too far up, but that's okay. It's my phone. So I hope you guys enjoyed the third episode of Around the World with ChantalTV. Today we were only in France. Tomorrow we will have, thank you, Jay, thank you. I just see him here in the comments. Tomorrow I will have a little bit of a different Around the World with ChantalTV. I will be in the street on my mobile, and I have somebody coming in from Rome. So normally at 3 p.m. my time, Darius will be joining me from Rome. So I hope that all works out as planned. So make sure to subscribe on Habs, of course, habs.tv/ChantalTV or habs.tv and look for ChantalTV. And it's for free, eh? You can open an account here, or you can watch on Periscope, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you want. So you guys enjoyed this? Let me just present it live. Hold on. You enjoyed it a lot? Next week, we will be back with another good one. Peggy said we enjoyed, Jay. Thanks for having me again. Hello. If I missed your comments, I'm sorry. But we're going to do this soon again. And maybe I'm going to pull them here and there back. And tomorrow, the first